Hey members, here's another video talking about some of the strategies and methods that you can use in order to get the highest score on your SAT, ACT standardized test by taking a look at some of the different portions within either one of those tests. Okay, and this kind of problem here is actually one of my favorite kinds of problems that they have on the test. This is one where they write the sentence and then they underline different parts of the sentence, and it's your job to find what's incorrect about the sentence. So let me go ahead and read it to you. I can hardly believe your tale of military intrigue, the sophisticated secret weapons, and the increasing violent actions that were exhibited by just one man seem incredible. Okay, so now we have A. You need to choose between A, B, C, D, or E. Right now, for the sake of quickly getting over this quickly, we already know that there's an error, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing the video. Okay, but where is it? Let's start at A. Okay, here we have the combination of an adverb and a verb. Now, if you remember to some of the videos before that I've done, I talked about the order of verbs and adverbs, right? And in some cases, an adverb can go before and after the verb. And this is an exception to that rule, right? We couldn't have the adverb hardly after believe because it wouldn't make any sense. So as it were, this is correct. Okay. Now let's look at the rest of it. Okay. Military intrigue, the sophisticated secret weapons, and the increasing violent actions that were exhibited by just one man seem incredible. Okay, well, we know there's an error. We know this is okay, so the answer is not A. We can eliminate that. So we have to choose between B, C, and D. Let's start with D. Well, there's no mistake here, quite simply. It's just the verb seem, right? And it's singular because what are we talking about? What seems? Well, the actions seem. The actions are the noun that the verb is following, right? That is modifying, so to speak, right? So there's no S on the seem because following the rules of third person singular, if you have a plural subject or a plural noun in this case, then you don't need to add an S here. Okay. He, she, it, they, verb plus S, I, U, E, they, verb, no S. Okay. So this is okay. So we know that D is not where the mistake lies. Okay. So that makes it easier. Now our choices are just between B and C. Okay. Well, the actions that were exhibited, that's actually, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no other way that you can put that. You couldn't omit that because then it would say the sophisticated secret weapons and the increasing violent actions were exhibited by just one man. Okay. Now, in that case, if you were to omit that, you would need to put it elsewhere, right? In that case, if you were to omit it here, you would need to put it here. Okay. Because you need to tell me what you find unbelievable, hard to believe, right? So you'd have to say, I can hardly believe your tale of military intrigue, that the sophisticated weapons and the increasing violent actions were exhibited by just one man. Seemed incredible. Okay. So that here is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's not our mistake. Which leaves us with B. This is where the mistake is. Okay. Why is that? Well, what's the label of increasing? Increasing is used as, in this case right here, this would be, we already know that violent is an adjective, right? And an adjective modifies a noun. What is that? Violent modifying is modifying the actions, right? Now, increasing, just like this, something has to increase. Something is increasing. So you're telling me what you're describing it. You're describing something, right? A change in its state, right? And in that way, increasing, it can only be thought of as an adjective, right? It's modifying something, the state of something. Okay, the state of change in something. So here it's an adjective as well. Well, it doesn't make sense to have two adjectives together unless you're using two adjectives to describe the same thing, right? And you're telling me different adjectives. You're describing one thing with two different adjectives. He was a tall, handsome man, something like that. Okay, we have two adjectives together. But if you were to write that out, you would need a comma between both adjectives, right? So, but really, if you did that, it wouldn't make sense either. So you want to talk about the violence of the actions, right? How they are the change in state of the violent actions. So the first one was violent, and then as we go on more and more, as they progress, they get more and more violent, right? So what's the way to do that? Well, we need to change the increasing from the adjective form to the adverb form, okay? Which would be, well, let me erase this real quick, I don't have any room. The increasingly violent actions that were exhibited by just one man seem incredible, right? We would need to change this increasing in its adjective form here to an adverb form, right? So the job of an adverb is to modify a verb. So we're modifying how these actions take place, okay? And to change the state in the actions. As they go on, they get more and more violent, increasingly violent, changing the state, okay? So that's that, right? All right, so thanks guys for watching the video. If you liked the video, be sure to leave some comments. If any of you guys would like to contact me, you can send me an email at jeteducate@gmail.com, or you can just shoot me a message through Facebook Messenger. Thanks, guys.